Cords are always an issue in the cottage, or really in any camper. So in our cargo trailer conversion 5x8 little camper that we call the rescue wagon, we put in a charging station, and I love our charging station. So I want to have a charging station in the cottage. So we have purchased the items from Amazon, and we are ready to put in our charging station. So let me show you what we purchased. So first, we purchased these little cell phone holders, and they actually just stick on the wall. We also have some Scotch Mount Extreme tape, double-sided mounting tape that we're going to use to put up the multi-outlets. And these are really cool too, because they also have chargers for USB on there as well. They have a spot for USB cords. So that's what we're going to use for our phone. We have these little holders for iWatch bands, and they actually hold the charging station in, or the charger for the iWatch in there. So we're going to put that in. We purchased the magnetic charging cables for our iWatch. And then we have this cable raceway. It hides cables and makes them so that it looks so neat and clean, and there's all kinds of different sizes in here. So we're going to use that to hide the cables as well. We always have a ton of electronics, so all of the outlets are premium, and so in our cottage in the back, they're kind of hidden. So we're gonna bring them up, make them easier to use, and make our charging station so we can easily access all of our electronics.
On this side of the bed, we are going to mount 2 cell phone holders, and on that side of the bed, we're going to mount 1. So one of the things I need to do is I need to see how's it going to be comfortable for me when I'm laying down. So if I'm going to be mounting 2 of these, I need to think about whereabouts I would like them to be, so that I can get it out without having to stretch too much. I'm going to put a tiny mark underneath here, and a little mark on the side. So that's where I'm going to stick that one. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that one on. So you got to pull it out. And I recommend putting this on so you can squish it down good before you take off this side.
Now.
So this one I'm going to want about 4.5 inches in. So I'm going to put a little mark here at 4.5 inches. The next thing to do is put double-sided sticky tape onto the outlet that we're going to mount. So we just need to put a strip across the top. It's very, very sticky, and I recommend you keep it in the box that it comes in, otherwise it'll stick to anything and everything. Alright, so we're going to put this on. What I'm going to try to do is line it up between the 2 but down so that the cables will fall and go into it.
Yes.
Okay, so for the next piece now, I want to bring the cord down. Even though this cord is going to be hidden for the most part, what I want to do is I want to, at least for the part that you might see above the level of the bed, I want to put the little strip down, but I'm just going to go straight down with it and then stop and let the cord hang underneath. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mount this onto the wall over here, so that basically what we have is we have this coming down through this piece here, and then there's bring it down right about to there. I'm going to sticky pad it on there, and then There's another piece to it that basically you can kind of pop on or slide on, and that covers the wire. What's provided with this is some double-sided sticky tape as well. So we're going to mount that on the back of this piece. Kind of pull it nice and snug as we do it. Okay. Cut this. Okay, so I'm going to put this in now, and I'm going to try to make sure that I have this looking pretty straight as it comes down. And that looks pretty straight, at least when I'm laying here. So I'm going to put the wire in. Alright, so now I'm going to slide up the cover right to there, and that covers the wire. Yeah, I could go up a little bit more on this, but see, there's a decent sized lip and it would eventually push that out. That's why I have to go just up to that lip. Next thing I need to do is mount the holder for the iPhone charger, and this is going to go into this plastic holder and be mounted up somewhere kind of centered between the two. Don't trim your fingernails before you start doing projects. Okay, so it's got to be this way so it sits in there. Okay, does that look even to you? So the next thing we need to do is mount the iPhone charging cord in here, and it's kind of interesting. They fit in, but then they push up in underneath a lip to hold it in, and then come down through the bottom. So I got to squeeze this together to get it back in, which I should have done that ahead of time, but I didn't. So now once that's in, now what I need to do is look at what I've got here, because this cord is a lot longer. So if I'm going right up to that and then right down to here, you need to leave a little bit of space, not a lot, but I need to cut that off straight. So basically that will be doubled up inside, and it'll plug in here, and you'll just see the one piece coming down to here. Cut that with the jigsaw. Cable. Gonna pop on the front piece of trim. So what I'm doing here is I'm caulking in this little spot because it was bugging me with the hole. So I'm just trying to fill it in. I did the same thing on the other side, and once we get the small little white cords that are designed for that, it'll be real clean.
Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. You can also follow us on Instagram at BeFreeBensonDIY and check out our adventures on our YouTube channel, Be Free Benson Adventure.